Hello everyone. So today I'll talk a bit about how we do user acquisition on TapNation. Basically, how to improve your user acquisition and monetization. So just to talk a bit about TapNation and myself, I'm Adriana. I'm a senior user acquisition. I've joined the TapNation in the beginning of the year. TapNation is a tech startup specialized in mobile hyper casual game, and it's close relationship with more than 100 studios. So we work alongside the studios by providing them with high potential game concept, high tech data tools to test and publish their games on the market and really make a hit worldwide. We have released more than 10 hits and we have generated more than 300 million downloads. So really the ambition is to become the key player in the high growth market. So I'll talk a bit both about monetization and user acquisition. So basically, just a bit of some tips that we do at TapNation as a user acquisition manager. So just the basic. So before launching a game, we have a few phases that we work out with the studio. So first is the testing phase. We have a team that works only on testing. So basically, we look at the basic metrics in terms of CPI, retention, and playtime, and we test as many games as we can. We also have in-house a creative team that works quite fast, making the best creatives test the games and see the potential. Once we see the potential of the game, we move to the soft launch, and so during the soft launch is really like a critical phase because we really help and we work alongside the developers to improve the metrics. So that's when we start monetizing the game. So we build the waterfall to see the potential of the LTV, and we work out with the UA artists to really improve the CPI. And that's when we add as well the ads. So we check the impressions per daily active users, the playtime, the retention, and we focus on really improving the game economy. And in order to be able to predict the progression of LTV and see whether the game has potential to be profitable and scale worldwide. Once the metrics are solid, waterfall is optimized per geo, platform adds all calculations, and we have the forecast of the LTV that we work alongside the tech team. We start opening budgets everywhere and worldwide. So just talking about more the share of wallet between countries and between iOS and Android. First, throughout between the networks, we see a pretty similar share of wallets for the US for Android. So basically, it's around 33%. Meanwhile, tier 3 geos, they're about 15% of the wallet share, and tier 1 about 12, and rest is worldwide. So it's the Android is very diversified in terms of geos. And we have a few, and each network is stronger in different geos. For example, an app loving, it's quite strong. UK, France, Germany, Mintogrow is quite strong on Asian countries, but also strong in some other tier 3, tier 4 countries. It can be quite strong in Brazil. Google Ads is strong as worldwide campaigns as well as Brazil, UK, Russia, South Korea. Meanwhile, Iron Source is heavily US, while on Unity we see being very strong in Russia and UK, France, Brazil, and Indonesia. Here I want to talk about a few tips between networks that we have and we take into consideration once we're doing UA at TapNation. So basically, each network works differently and has its own qualities and tricks. Of course, all of them work with the best creative, and we're always striving to have the best IPM and very basic. But some have some tricks in order to have a better scalability. For example, Iron Source works really well with Playable. So it's really a key asset for scalability. I can give you an example on Giant Rush. 97% of our UA spend comes from Playable, which has been produced by their studio and it really helped us reach another level of scalability and reach top chart. On app loving, it really changes the UA once you have flags provided by them. So it really it's a game changer in terms of CVR. I can say from TP2 it has increased from 6% to 7.4% the install rate, and 80% of the budget is being allocated to the campaign with the flag. As well as on Unity, it's very crucial to have very long videos of 30 seconds and not so many creatives at one campaign, because for the campaign to start really showing success and having their potentials conversion rate, it needs at least 10K start. So if you don't have a very big budget, more than 4 creatives can actually damage the campaign. Also, we've been seeing ever since the end of last year a new trend of ROAS campaigns across networks, and this can really leverage and take scalability of your game to another level. So many different networks are adopting this, such as AppLovin, Iron Source, Unity, Google Ads with the implementation of Firebase, and we see really strong results. For example, on Google, with the implementation of Firebase, you can see an increase of installs of more than 18%, an increase of 27% of in-app events, and a 20% better performance during the launch phase. On AppLovin, if you have it's possible to have the ROAS campaign once you have your game under mediation, and the results are really quite impressive. On Giant Rush iOS, with the share of the user acquisition is about 70%, which is huge, and the LTV to zero is 22% higher than the average LTV we have across the other networks. And Iron Source has also shown similar results. On Unity, we also have tested the retention campaign, and it's really like a game changer as well. It 2 times higher the retention on day 3 than the normal CPI campaign on Giant Rush iOS, which is huge for hyper casual industry. So on monetization, we really now with iOS 14.5, we really are making sure that we have our non-IDFA waterfall really optimized towards non-IDFA players. So they represent 40% of the DAO now, and we see about a 30% to 40% decrease on the CPMs. On iOS, we really focus on tier 1 and the US in terms of optimizing the waterfall, since 86% of the revenues comes from US and tier 1. Meanwhile, on Android, it's way more diversified, as well as the UA, as I mentioned before. So we have 33% in the worldwide and 39% coming from the US, 15% tier 1 and 13% tier 3. So basically, along with our VP of monetization, we've tried several new networks that provides an increase in our DAO. A few example, not only like the major normal networks, A4G, it has increased up to 12% on Android for tier 2 and 3 geos, and 8% on iOS. True up to 5% on Android, tier 2 and tier 3, and 3% on iOS. And as well as AdMob, adapted floors per tier, has increased 7% on worldwide geos on Android and 6% on iOS, which is quite huge. So we really try to maximize as possible the revenue, like checking every geo and trying new networks, A/B testing them. We do A/B test them quite often, as most of the mediations now they have the 2, and it's quite easy. So we really try to have it optimized, especially like for each platform on where they're the strongest. That's it for me. If you guys have any questions and would like to ask, I believe that Turkey is becoming quite strong in terms of user acquisition. It's actually one of our strongest countries on Android. So I see it's really becoming a key player on the user acquisition. On our side, we've been trying, for example, in our games, add elements that really get the Turkish culture on the creatives. We're trying to localize. It's really growing. In one of my games, for example, Turkey was the strongest on UA on TikTok. It was quite strong. I see it's coming quite strong on our UA coming from Google. So it's really becoming a key player on Android. Okay, thank you.